The Vendor Center, a guide to understanding the Vendor Center, by Marcus Dorson, a KLC Vision content creation intern in training. Go to the Vendors section in QuickBooks. Once you are there, click the Expenses button, then click Vendors in the left side of the navigation bar. Doing that will give you access to the Vendor Center. We will open bills, or we will view open bills and overdue bills. Which bills shouldn't be overdue? That is a big no-no in my opinion. We will maintain vendor info and view historical transactions. Once you do these steps, click this article and it'll tell you everything you need to know, and it can even take you there. And this article is basically the same thing that the first one says. Read the next one. Click the little drop down arrow in the action column to create bills, expenses, and more. For even more fun, click the gear icon in the action column to remove or add the displayed columns. If you go ahead and click New Vendor, you can enter the company name and other information you have on them and add them to your vendor list. Next, you should add address information. You should be able to click the little map link, which in return give you directions to the vendor location. You can use notes and attachments to keep the important notes and agreements for this vendor. You can use information provided by the vendors who provide a service and complete a W-9 form to enter the business ID. If you have any vendors that require you to file 1099s, you should check the track payments for 1099s box. Read the next one, please. Payment terms auto-populate when you select a default term, which means you can only do this once, or you should be able to only do this once, and you don't ever have to fill it in ever again. You can add the vendor's account number, just for reference purpose, of course. Adding a default expense category from your chart of accounts will be listed here. This will help save time as it auto-populates, fills it in for you, on the forms. This is actually pretty helpful when new users are learning how to categorize transactions. If you're brave, click on the vendor from the list in the Vendor Center. If you accept the side quest from the elf with a beard and a magic staff in the dark alleyway, use the bar/arrow to search any name or company. Sort by any name or company if you want. To close the list, click the bar and arrow icon. Please read the next one. Each vendor has a transaction list and a vendor's detail tab containing transaction history and vendor information, respectively, of course, and you can choose to print or export the transaction history to Excel. Now select Transactions List, then go ahead and click the drop-down arrow for Batch Actions to print or recategorize those transactions that you have just made. Happily click the drop-down arrow for Filter and click Sort by Type and Date. If you want to, in a Michael Jackson voice, click the gear icon to select a column or two to display. Please note, display options change as you turn on and off features in account and settings. To edit the vendor, click on the part of the vendor that you would like to edit, it's pretty easy. Please read the next one as well. Thank you. Select from the action column in the vendor center to make the vendor inactive, or edit the vendor and the make inactive button. Pun incoming. I must ask you to go to the vendor, or parentheses, merge transactions form, parentheses, you would like to merge. Click on the drop-down menu to the right of the edit. Then click Merge Contacts. Select the vendor you'd like to keep. Do keep in mind, though, that the info for the vendor form will be deleted and deactivated. If you believe you are ready, click Merge Contacts. This is the end. I appreciate you for watching all the way through. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helped you out. This was produced by me, Marcus Dorson, an intern in training for content creation at KLC Vision. I have made all the music in this video.